Hi everyone, Janie here. Welcome back to my garden. So it is about midday and it's only 50 degrees Fahrenheit right now, that is cold for me. That is cold for California. We had a frost advisory this morning and we basically have a frost advisory for the entire week. I am just not used to this cold, you guys. It usually doesn't get this cold this time of year. You know, we do get a couple weeks of this cold, but it's usually in December and January and I can kind of prepare for that. I'm not ready for it yet. I'm so freezing. It took so much for me to come out here and to actually get this stuff done, but I do want to get it done today. I want to clean up at least my oak tree garden bed and then my cottage garden bed over here. It's kind of looking a little rough, and that's because it's over on the corner of my house and I often don't come over here, so out of sight, out of mind. So my goal for today is purely just cleanup. So over here in my oak tree garden bed, it is absolutely covered with some type of weed that I can't identify. I've been looking it up on my plant identifier app and it keeps saying it's sweet woodruff. It's not sweet woodruff. I don't know what it is. I was thinking maybe like a bugleweed or something like that. If any of you know what it is, you know, let me know. But it's basically all over in this garden bed. So I want to come through and I want to clean it up before it gets out of hand, you know, and starts reseeding itself everywhere, because that would be terrible. I want to train up my plumbago a little bit more on my fence. And then once you come over here to my cottage garden bed, we have the girls' fairy garden that I need to clean up because I have a lot of summer annuals in there, like coleus and things like that. So I need to cut that back, and we actually are going to remake the fairy garden for winter. I'm very excited. The girls are very excited about that. I have some hollyhocks I need to clean up. I have some nepeta I can cut back. I can actually cut back nepeta at any time of year in our zone, just because it can handle it. I don't have to worry about the cold. The peonies I do need to cut back down to the ground. You want to cut back your peonies in November to stimulate dormancy or hibernation. I don't know if that's the right word, but you basically want it to go to sleep so that it can start getting those chill hours that they need to bloom next year. So for my peonies here in zone 9B, I'm cutting them all back in November, and then starting in December, I'm literally going to start pouring ice on them every week to stimulate the chill period that they need. I know it's absolutely crazy, but that was my plan for the peonies, to see if they would work. I do want to show you guys, I have limelight hydrangeas right here, and they are so happy in this spot. But look at the fall color. I never get fall color on my limelights. Look at how gorgeous. Well, I need to show you. Look at that. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. And then I have these pink damask veronicas here that are just loving life right now. So it's just so funny what plants do well once it gets a little bit colder and what plants kind of suffer. My stem false spirea, it's going to sleep for the winter. This is totally normal, but I'm not going to cut that back until late winter is what it said. You want to wait until late winter to cut it back. And then right over here in this spot, this is where I planted all my alliums in my video last week when I did the power planter giveaway, which I will announce the winner for that on Wednesday. The scammers are out, you guys. I spent this morning deleting a whole bunch of scam comments impersonating my channel. So just be on the lookout. Do not respond to scammers. Okay, so the only equipment that I need for today are my gloves, my pruners, and then my cleanup bag. And that's basically it. So pretty easy day. I'm gonna give myself an hour and see however much I can get done in an hour, because I do have a hair appointment today. So priorities, of course, right? So, all right, let's get going. It's not the best, it's not the most perfect weeding job, but I got the masses of whatever that weed was. I do have to say they were very sticky, which is weird. We do have wild onion, I think that's what you call it, wild onion here. So when I pick it, when I get the root ball out, it's a bulb, and so it's a wild onion, and that tends to come up a lot. So I'm used to that, but this stuff I've never seen before. So we'll see if, you know, this was enough or if it's just going to flush back once we get another rainstorm. You can kind of see back here, I left some of it back there. Look at my southern sword ferns, you guys. They are just so happy right here. They are loving its life. I just think they're so beautiful. So then over here, I cleaned up the fairy garden. I'm going to leave all the stuff because the kids still like to come and play with it. So I'm going to leave all the stuff there, and then we'll redo that for winter. And then I cut back all the hollyhocks. I cut down all the peonies. I cut back all the nepeta. So it looks bare. I'm not even going to bother with all the leaves because we still have tons of leaves up here on the birch tree and tons of leaves over here on the oak tree. So I don't even have to worry about that. I am going to leave the leaves in this garden bed because I think it's really natural and will be pretty. I will clean the leaves out of this garden bed as much as I can so it looks a little bit cleaner, and then obviously clean all the leaves off the sidewalk. So that is it for today. I definitely warmed up once I started moving around, which is a good lesson to remember. Even if you're freezing cold, just come out and start gardening and you'll probably be fine in a couple minutes. So I am on my way to get my hair done. Nothing interesting, just touch-ups and stuff like that. So I hope you all enjoyed this. I hope it was motivational for you to get outside in the cold, and I hope you all have a chance to get into your garden today.